So I grew up in church and I saw something since I was little that was called testimonial service. And this is something that I use for Christian business owners and therapists and coaches. You can use the same type of framework. So what would happen is they would open up a part of the service called testimonial service, and they would say, "Hey, does anybody have like a fiery, burning testimony?" And someone would just hop up. They would hop up, no mic, no script. And what they would do is they would say something that happened to them during the week. Now, here was the formula that I was studying since I was little that actually works for storytelling or sharing what you do or what has happened. They would start off by saying, "Thank God I had this big problem." So it was something standing in their way, something that was blocking them from getting a blessing from God, something blocking them from moving forward. It was something that was blocking them. And usually the thing that was blocking them seemed super impossible to get past. So what that did for the people in the audience or the crowd, congregation, would make them lean forward and they would start paying attention more. This big problem. Now the people are paying attention. They would say, "I had this big problem and I didn't know how I was going to make it. I didn't know how I was going to get through it. I started praying to God and one thing happened after another." Now here's the process part. They started praying to God. That was part of the process. And something he told them to do, or somebody who he told them to call, or somebody who reached out to them, had an answer to that problem being solved. That's the process. I prayed to God, he sent this person, or I prayed to God and somebody called me, or I prayed to God and then it came to me to do such and such. And then after, they would just literally talk about the victory that they got from that problem being solved. So the process, if you look at the process, would be the big problem, the big process, and the praise report. When I teach it, I teach problem, process, and purpose. With doing that, after they finished telling people that, people would clap, they would shout, they would cry, they would celebrate. They wasn't celebrating just because the person had a problem. They were celebrating because this person had just become a human in their eyes. They humanized the story. I was going through this. I had to go through a process to get this completed, and God gave me the victory. Part of the reason why that was so powerful was because when you are able to be a human in front of another human, it didn't matter the profession of these people. These people were doctors, leaders, all sorts of professions. But when they started talking about the problem, the process, and the praise report, now people felt connected. Now when people saw you in the congregation on a regular day, they were, "Hey, how is that going? Hey, we're proud of you. Hey, thank God he did that for you." The human connection was the element that is the core. That's what I usually see when people, especially therapists and coaches, are online. They're trying to sound so professional, trying to be so polished that they miss the emotional connection is you being a human. You allowing people to know, "Hey, I struggle with anxiety too at times. Hey, there are times where I have given up. There are times where depression left me in the bed, but I got out of it." People want to understand that you're human. They want to hear your story, but most importantly, they want to see yourself in the story. When the testimonial service used to happen, something that used to be said was, "If he can do it for me, he can do it for you." Take that testimonial service type of framework and go create a video. Tag me in the video. If you're on Instagram, I'm Drew Cost Official. If you're on YouTube, just tag me on YouTube. But the problem, the big problem that's standing in your way or was standing in your way, the process, what you did or what had to happen for you to get rid of that problem. And then number three, the praise report or the purpose of why you actually do what you do. Go do it and then tag me in it.